Say hypothetically you were burglarizing a house. How would you deal with someone who locked themselves in the bathroom? I'm picturing OP on his phone in someone's living room posting this question while some poor sap is in the bathroom. Leave them there and get down to business. I'd get the hell out of the house. What kind of stupid thief robs a house with people in it? I would grab the Uzi they left on the counter and shoot them as soon as they came out of the shitter. Pulp Fiction. Reference man I would turn off the Wi-Fi box so they can't use the internet anymore. You monster. Hey Reddit. I just broke into someone's house and there is someone in the bathroom. What should I do? Double quote. Crouch to hide from any other potential people seeing you. Then save your game. Pick the lock. If you run out of lockpicks before you succeed, just open your menu and reload the save. If you did it right, the door will open. And you'll be crouching there. Still stealthed. So they won't see you. Then you can shoot them with your bow for 3x damage. Or stab them with a knife or a whole lot more. Depending on how you spent your talent points. I'm jerking off on your couch. Better come stop me. When he comes out, tie him up so he isn't a nuisance. Put him on the couch. And then resume whacking it. In most civilized places, there are building codes. Most intelligent building codes mandate that bathroom doors have a hole in the middle of the knob where a solid small piece of wood or steel or a hairpin can be pushed in. That unlocks the bathroom. This is so bathrooms can be unlocked when children lock themselves in. You don't? The FCK, are you planning to steal from the bathroom? Leave the poor guy alone and get on with robbing him for everything he's got. If you choose to engage the person locked in the bathroom by kicking the door down or something, you will 100% be encountering one or more of the following. They have slathered themselves in their own fesses. They will throw their fesses at you. They will have the toilet towel lid over their head and leaping from the toilet to crush your skull. Loudly claim that you have a gun and that they are toast if they leave the bathroom. Steal small valuables, jewelry, iPods, whatever. Flee quickly as they have likely called the cops. Easy peasy. Can we please not use the word burglarizing? Burglarizing, which means to illegally enter in order to commit a crime. It comes from the word burglar, which means a person who illegally enters to commit a crime. But burglar comes from the verb to burgle, which means to illegally enter in order to commit a crime. Exactly the same definition as the verb to burglarize. Can't we all come together to protect the English language against unnecessary suffixes? Wait for him to come out of the bathroom with a handful of poop. Then attempt to masturbate on him. Lock the door from outside with a chair. Cut off water and power. Most importantly, make sure they don't have Wi-Fi so they can't Reddit. Stay inside the house as long as I can. Rob everything and make a meal, so they get hungry and can smell it but can't eat it, and let them know I'm doing every single thing that they consider a pet peeve. If I'm robbing a house, at least I can have some fun during it. Just ignore them while stealing their stuff. Right before leaving, shit in another toilet's tank. If they have another toilet. If not, shit right in front of the bathroom door. You could always try an Oscar Pistorius. Examine the life choices that lead me to this moment. Realize I was not who I wanted to be. Shout an apology through the door and leave. I hope this guy isn't burgling a house right now. Redditors are accomplices to B&E. Home invasion. Act. I'd give them 2 minutes to finish before shitting in their bed. Going through the septic tank. Don't want them getting away by flushing themselves. I'd probably post the question on Reddit and ask for ye internet's anonymous opinion. If the person locked in the bathroom is a Redditor, then they will have likely hid their phone camera facing the door with a pile of valuables in front of it while they snuck out the window. So once you've kicked in their door after announcing that you are simply a neighbor concerned of the stench coming from their home so as to not incriminate yourself, then ignore the valuables and proceed to look for the phone camera. Once you spot it, then flush it or take it and turn off any location finding apps they have downloaded. You should then gather up their belongings after upper deckering their toilet to establish dominance. Hypothetically. Plot twist. OP is burglar and sitting outside the bathroom door. Redditing to figure out what they should do. Also, I keep weapons locked in every room of my house, so burglars beware. I'll caught any intruders. 3 You're welcome to try though. I'm out of practice. Well, they're there for burglary not murder. Pick your price and get out. Op is currently in a home he is robbing and an occupant locked themselves in the bathroom. And Op needs our help. The image of a burglar going on Reddit standing outside the bathroom door of a house he's robbing is really funny. Punch myself in the face. Then call the police and sue the homeowner for assaulting me. I would probably steal an axe and recreate the scene from The Shining. Then I would explain I was just kidding. We would share movie quotes over a beer after the initial shock has worn off. Find ourselves growing more and more attracted to each other and fall in love. Many years later we would tell the story of how we met to other couples at dinner parties. They would laugh and for a moment. Just one moment. Together we would feel that glimmer of acceptance that everyone is searching for. After that fades I assume I will become an abusive alcoholic and talk about how I should have just burgled the shit out of him/her. They would cry and I would dive into a pit of depression and drugs. On the streets burgling. Trying to get that spark back. Then die. Well, as a former burglar, my crew and I typically avoid making contact with other parties within the residence. Doing so can up the crime from burglary to armed robbery or home invasion. Also, the homeowner could be armed. We want to take your shit and sell it. If it comes down to our lives, we will book it. We were in a house one time, we did the usual knock in the door. If no one answers, we break in. Anyways, no one answers, so we go in. We are in the garage and we hear someone say hello. We ran the FCK off. 10 minutes later the F-King scanner was filled with chatter. Apparently she was so scared they brought the sheriff SWAT SRT team. TLDR, most burglars flee at the first sign of someone in the house. Another classic Reddit thread in which one clueless person after another completely ignores the original question and instead makes comment after nonsensical comment. It's like listening to a gang of 12-year-olds discuss ethics. All they can manage are poop jokes. Well, first off, if you see a pile of jewelry in plain sight, get a mask or something to block your face and go look for a camera or something. If you find a phone trying to take video footage of you stealing it, go take a DCK pic. Put it as their wallpaper. Steal the jewelry. And photo of there. Well, since this is a burglary and not a murder, ignore them completely. What are they going to do if they're hiding from me in the bathroom? No resistance. I could go search their bedroom. Since it's empty. Wasn't there just an AskReddit post on what to do when you're on the toilet and a burglarizer is in your house? Leave them. They haven't seen me. Face mask. They haven't heard my voice. I wouldn't talk. And they have no way to identify me. Hypothetically speaking. As soon as I know someone's home, I out of there. Assume they have a phone and will be able to call the police before you can stop them. Therefore, take as much stuff as you can very quickly. Continue to burglarize if I'm just a thief. If I'm a meth addict, kick in the bathroom door. Kill them. Make a belt out of their guts. And a hat from their skull. As I had planned all along. Shoot them through the doorway and then attach my artificial legs for a very quick getaway. Smash down the door with an axe. And peer through with the words "Here's Johnny." Double quote. I would become a double amputee. Enter the Special Olympics. And then I'll just stop. If I was robbing a house and they lock themselves in the bathroom, then perfect. That means they are out of the way and secured. It would mean there is no interference while I was robbing them blind. Whoa. I totally read this question wrong. I think. The way I read it, I thought that I was being asked what I would do if In the process of burglarizing someone's house, it came to my attention that someone had inadvertently locked him or herself into a bathroom and was asking for help to get out. I would offer to help them get out. Of course. But I would first disclose that I was robbing them, so that they could make an informed decision. Also, I would make sure that they understood that I would finish robbing them first, and then unlock their door on the way out. Oh. Who am I kidding? I would forget about the burglary and just help them out. I would be such an ineffective criminal. Just stay in there please and don't panic. I'm just taking some items that can easily be replaced by insurance. You'll be fine. I'll mail you a portable hard drive with a backup of everything on your laptop in a couple weeks. But for now I'm leaving your entire My Documents folder on this 32 GB flash drive for you. Anything that you would like to report stolen by chance? If there's anything you want to get replaced by insurance that you don't need or want anymore because it's old and busted up, I can take that and we both come out of this as winners. I'm making a PB&J. You want any? I'll put it in a baggie and slide it under the door for ya. Double quote. Next time I plan a heist I'll just work out the kinks through AskReddit. Rob the goods first. Then tie a rope to the doorknob to something too heavy to pull, trapping the person inside. Then I'd pour or squirt a bunch of gas under the door, light it, then run away laughing insanely. When I was much younger my house was burglarized when I was home alone. Once I realized what was happening, a rather large man is staring through my window at my computer. A voice in my head told me to go to the bathroom and lock myself in. I could hear him stealing all our stuff while I hid in the shower. Once he got to the bathroom he tried to get in for about 30 seconds. Then was able to. Once he opened the door I said, "Mom, is that you?" Comma. The burglar replied nope and took off. TLDR, find a way in. When the kid in the shower asks if you're his mom, reply nope and then take off. Go to the kitchen and find the cleaning products. Usually ammonia or white spirit in there. Pour them under the door using the handle of the dustpan and then block up the gap. For the more imaginative of you, you can light these spirits on fire and upgrade immediately from petty theft to arson and murder. Hypothetically you were burglarizing a house. How would you deal with someone who locked themselves in the bathroom? What do I get for saying it? I would leave. Every single legal consequence that you could receive as a result of interaction with them is worse than what you would get if you simply leave. You should be like annoying people in public who keep turning the locked door expecting it to unlock and magically nobody is in the bathroom. I've turned the knob 10 times and it's still locked. Maybe I should keep on turning it until the person shitting in the bathroom is completely mortified. Asterisk. If the f-king door is locked someone is in there. Sorry. For some reason this gets my jimmies all jammed up. Kick down the door and murder him. I know that sounds harsh but I am not a robber and have no intention of going down the slop. However, on the topic of robbers, I really hate it when you see a robber tell the victim that they are not going to hurt them and then they turn around and hurt them. Such a DCK move. Police average time to respond to a non-life-threatening situation is between 5 and 10 minutes. In places like Detroit, you have 20-30 minutes for a no shots fired incident. That leaves you 3 minutes of safe loading time. If they are in the bathroom, there is nobody to delay that. Hypothetically, I would terrorize the shit out of them. Now I wouldn't actually try and get in. I would just stand outside the door screaming maniacally. Then everything falls into place. And they have the shit of a lifetime. You wouldn't deal with them at all. You'd leave them in the bathroom and lock them in whilst you steal their stuff. If, hypothetically, you were a burglar, we could give the poor guy some extra to because he probably just pooped himself again. Knock on the door and ask if they need anything. If they don't have a phone, no problem. If they do, I would leave a sap without harming them. If I wanted in, I could break the door fairly quickly. If I was burgling a house, hypothetically, I'd let them stay in the bathroom, grab what I could ASAP and get out. Rob the house. Done. Burglary is breaking into a house with no one in it. Robbery is breaking into a house with people in it. The difference between the two? About 20 more years in prison.